All right, yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Got myself, Shaq Tobias, 1906 in the building. All right, so every week we do the predictions from last week, and the winner this week for the predictions is 1906. 1906 won with 6 points. So 1906 is on 9 points, Tobias on 6, and myself still in the lead with 12, still holding it down. That's the only thing I'm flipping top.
Sabotage. Sabotage.
Bro, it's not sabotage. I put it in the group. You know you got to put your predictions in. So if you're watching as well, put your predictions in as well.
I was wondering where yours was actually missing. I was wondering what was going on.
Sabotage, man.
Bro, no
sabotage business. Where's the Liverpool tops today anyway? In the wash.
Yeah, they're in the wash still.
They're not out no more now. I've noticed the trend. You lot struggling, yeah. The shirts don't come out. I've noticed.
They do, man. They come out.
A couple of wins, and I'm not hearing a russ about the Glazers.
I'm telling you,
the Glazers are there. It's not a couple of wins at all. We just got smashed last week.
There was jets flying over, all kind of Glazers. I ain't hearing nothing.
All right, let's start it.
Where's that banner gone?
All right, let's start it. Liverpool losing to Arsenal. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 2. Arsenal passing the test, beating Tottenham and beating Liverpool. You've got to call them title contenders. But before that, Liverpool, Mo Salah, Van Dijk, all them man, 1906, are them man past it? And is Mo Salah past his best right now? You've been screaming it for a hot minute and you're saying that we should have shot him in the summer. Is he past his best?
We've had his best. We have had Salah's best. For Salah to thrive in the next team, do you know what I mean? He's going to have pure service going on. That cutting in on the left and all that, ain't cutting it no more. He's going to have service to his feet and thrive on that way. So he's going to have to move on to a quality team. Us, you're mad. I haven't seen him run past anyone. I told you. He runs down the pitch, stops, cuts back, runs out of breath, does a little jiggery pokery. 4 times out of 10 it works.
Man said a Pokemon, you know. Ain't that jiggly pokely? Ain't that some Pokemon business?
But it's like it's all we've got. It's all we've got, so we have to use what we've got.
All right, 1906 here. With Mo Salah. Mo Salah's been scoring literally basically 30 goals in all comps for about 6 years straight. He's due an off season. He's due an off season. He scored so many goals. We can't just rely on this guy to be getting goals after goals after goals. And we've changed the formation of the way we play. We've started off.
I don't know. Sometimes he just doesn't seem as hungry as he once was. We know he never goes in for a tackle. You know, 50-50, you're having a laugh. So, I mean, he always try and second guesses and get it wrong. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't get in any tackles or anything. We know what he's about.
That's not his job, though.
Hold on, no. But he just gives up the ball sometimes. He just gives it up. But you just think to yourself, for what he's achieved with us, there's no way he can keep that up. So where's the next Salah? Where is it? We should have had it 2 seasons ago. Where's the next one?
I thought it was Cavalier. I need the next Salah.
He's coming. No, he's more of a Coutinho. He's more of a Coutinho, not Salah. Don't get twisted.
But don't you think we're a bit too reactionary because the team's struggling? It's not just him.
The team's ancient. The team's struggling because it's ancient and it needs a whole rejig. So, we're looking at, I don't know, we're probably looking at about another season before we start competing for top 4. Because he has to get them in. He has to get them in first. He has to get quality in first, and then he has to get his system back. What's he playing?
How many games have you got lost this season?
Too many.
How many?
It's 3. 3.
We've lost 3. You've man have lost 2.
Yeah.
So we've lost to Arsenal
And us.
and lost. Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
On a lot.
We've lost 3, and we're 5 points clear of you.
Yeah. We've lost. Yeah, but we're playing shit.
Yeah.
But is it fine margins though? Because
is.
if you look at Salah's chances created, he's still high up. I think he's a second chance created. We haven't put the chances away. I think it's only Kevin De Bruyne that's got a bigger chance created stat than Salah. So Salah at the moment feels like it's fine margins. So the chances were a couple of years ago or last season weren't going in. Were going in. Now they're not going in because there's a few things. I think the system, what Liverpool play now, is completely different. Even when we started a 4-3-3, it's like he's very out wide. He's not out to in. And now we've gone to a 4-2-3-1, and that doesn't suit him. It suits Núñez, but it doesn't suit Salah because Salah's not really an out and out wide player. He's an inside forward who makes runs from out to in. So it's a system thing.
Yeah, well, something's got to give there. I mean, he's tinkering, he's playing around now, but again, he has to use what he's got. And to start tinkering around those kind of positions, who has he got? Who has he got?
But ain't it premature? But ain't it premature for us to say that Salah's past his best? Because the numbers.
I think I don't. I think Salah has passed his best. I honestly think Salah has passed his best. I think, Salah will. He's not going to get you 30 a season. He's going to start bagging them in probably about your 20s and all that, and you're going to be thinking, oh, what happened to the 30? But there is strikers out there that are up and coming that we should have by now.
How many goals did he get? How many goals did he get?
I was just about to ask that. 1906. Who was top goal scorer last year?
Yeah, that's last year.
No, but it's not. It's a couple of months ago.
Forget last year.
It's a couple of months ago.
So let's say this season,
he petered out.
Me, if he gets 20 this season, I'll be surprised.
Okay, can we not say something though? Because all of your players, quite a few of your players are out of form. Yeah. Can we not scream for the same team because Klopp isn't one for squad rotation? Again, agreed. You will rotate two players max, really. Yeah. And it's always the same sort of players. So that intense football for what 5 years now? Same team for 4 years. Can they not be on a burnout?
And that's it. So Tobias,
totally.
Wait. Glad you broke that and bring that up here. So I've just got Liverpool's main players who've been Klopp's like new lieutenants. Yeah. So Alisson, age 30, played 5 seasons. Henderson, age 32, 7 seasons. Milner, age 37, 7 seasons. Trent, age 24, 7 seasons. Robertson, 28, 6 seasons. Matip, 31, 7 seasons. Salah, 6 seasons, 30. Firmino, 7 seasons, age 31. What Tobias is saying, it just sounds like this team's just been burnt out. And all them players I've spoke about have played roughly 70, 80% of all games 6 years straight, minimum.
But also,
so it's maybe just a mental and a physical burnout.
And also, there's an argument for the whole right side out of form at the minute. Salah and Trent.
Yeah,
but they both still play. Like Gomez can play right back.
Yeah.
Like, how about just letting him, not even dropping him, just resting him. It's not a droppage. It's you know what? You need a rest. Just that one. Sit down somewhere for a minute. Gather some form of composure to him or Salah. His problem is that you let go of fringe players that were important to your team. And now, with the subs that he made against Arsenal, you would have thought that if you had a Minamino or Origi there to draw upon, the subs would have made sense because the subs did not make sense at all. There's not like it looked like he was happy with a draw at one point with the subs that he made. It was weird.
Because when I was talking to Tobias through the game, I was fuming because really, Salah didn't do anything, but it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't Salah's fault, but it wasn't just him. But to take Salah off and to put Henderson in a right wing back position, take off Jota, put on Harvey Elliott, it was just the substitutions were absolutely baffling. At the moment, I was in a rage, so I was thinking, like, let's take them off. They've all been shit.
I
Like, take them off.
As I said, I haven't seen the game, and I haven't. Have they quizzed him about the substitutions? Was it a?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's thinking about the long term because they've got another game on Tuesday and they've got a game on Sunday. So he's thinking, I'd rather, all right, we're not going to win this. Save them for Rangers. Play them against Man City. But we can't be doing that because we're not picking up points. And Salah's not in form. But I think Salah needs a blight because I think the system's changed. His boy's not there no more. I know there was a little bit of competitive rivalry, and I think that spurred on both of them where they slyly believed that they were better. If you put them, like, sat them down in a dark room, they will both say they're better than one or the other. So that spurred them on. The way Mane plays gives him space. And I just feel Nunes coming in. Nunes is out. I know you're not feeling it, but Nunes is an out and out number 9. So he's not a false 9. He's not going to come deep. He wants to run in behind the same spaces what Salah wants. So everything's changed. So maybe we've got to look at maybe putting Salah in a different position, maybe a number 10, because he can play there. And that might be the best out of it. Because if you're going to go to a 4-2-3-1, then you have wingers that are actually out and out wingers who got tricks and who can take players on. 4-3-3 is basically your forward. So we just want you out to win fullbacks. But the way our fullbacks are playing, they're out of sorts. So that 4-3-3 can't work because it's just goal after goal from the opposition. So maybe Salah have to reinvent his role, if you know what I mean. And I always thought that I think he could play as a number 9. I think he's so strong and he could play. He could hold the ball up.
Yeah,
and I think,
But who would you play on the right?
To do it.
Go on, say that again.
No, I'm saying he's got the skill and the jiggery pokey to play that 9. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bang on. But right now he's sussed out. He's sussed out. Everyone's sussed him out, and there's a lot of teams that are getting defenders that can handle him.
So if you take him off the right, who plays there? If you take him off the right-hand side, who plays there?
And that's the problem. We haven't got the squad. We haven't got the squad depth.
Who?
So that's what I'm saying. So he has to play regardless. So with having a small squad,
Harvey Elliott, I think that's your alternative, isn't it?
But Harvey Elliott doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have the pace to play there.
How you play though, you don't necessarily need pace.
But Klopp likes wide. Look at the wide players he's bought over the years. They always have genuine raw pace. He's never bought a wide player that who can't run. He likes even from Dortmund days. He likes his wide players rapid. So Harvey Elliott can't play there. The only way he starts, I can see Harvey Elliott playing in a 10 if we play a 4-2-3-1 because he's got trickery and he can link the play up and he's got good technical ability. But him playing on the wing, it just can't work.
So you're telling me you come into the season with one right winger? Because who else is saying Ox?
Well, Tobias, I've been saying this for ages.
That is it.
I've been saying that we need cover or a young player coming off the bench, putting pressure on Salah and these guys.
Well, like I said, you had cover, but you had cover.
Yeah, but Tobias, that wasn't legit. I understand because that cover was good, but it wasn't legitimate cover. Like, look at Trent. Trent's 24 years old. He's played for Liverpool for 6 seasons, and he's not had a genuine right back breathing down his neck. So complacency still crept in this season, and he's been exposed. What's happened? He still played.
But I think
he doesn't trust anybody. He still plays him. He's in equivalent. His form is as equivalent to Harry Maguire. Difference is, Man United took him out the firing line. Liverpool keep playing him. And he's just getting battered. He's just getting battered down. No, bro. No, I'm not talking about the form. I'm not saying he's as bad as Harry Maguire.
No, I'm not. I'm saying the form. I don't think even the form's as bad.
Tobias, it's every game. He's involved in a goal, bro. I love him, but it's every game, bruv. It's every game he's involved in a goal for the opposition. He's there. You know, like that guy who's like something's happened, but he's always there. So you have to think to yourself like, "Raw."
That's called guilty by association.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like literally that. Like, man will go to the shop and try and rob the thing. He will be there. He's there for no reason and gets caught up in the mess.
No, but I think I don't think you can say Salah's past his best. I think you can look around the team and say that you're missing quite a few pieces at the minute. I think the injuries, obviously, you like always have injuries, so you're always talking about injuries with your squad. But he hasn't got rid of those injury hit players. They're always there.
Injuries are to the same dead players. They're always injured.
But he hasn't done anything different. Now you're in a situation where apparently you want to offer Keita a new deal, and he's sort of holding you to ransom. I think it's a pride thing. I think
he's holding. With WK, he's holding like he's holding Liverpool to ransom, but he wants demands. He wants regular first team football. Just stay fit, and you'll play. Just stay fit, and you'll play. Klopp's wanted to play you for 5 years. He wanted to phase out Henderson, but you can't stay fit.
What's he doing in training?
No, tell you the truth, Tobias, I think what they're all doing in training, I think they have to look at how they train these players, because we get a lot of muscle injuries. It's everyone gets injured.
No, it's the same players, though, isn't it?
Maybe.
It's the same players. But
you have to go.
But you got to cut your losses, though, isn't it? That's the problem.
But you have to go down the chain, didn't you? You have to say, hold on, wait a minute. What are these physios feeding back to Klopp to say, yeah, man's ready? What are they saying?
Because if we're saying that
chops at the ankle, surely they should be like, no, look, finish. Chamberlain, finish. Keita, finish. All of that.
But it's deeper than
Milner,
that.
Henderson.
Yeah, but
some dates on those boys.
But 1906, I don't think it's that. I think it's Klopp, because any other manager would have got rid of these guys. It stinks Arsene Wenger. This is what Arsene Wenger used to do. Keep Ramsey and Wiltshire, where the whole of the fans know these men are done.
I hear you.
But in his head,
physios can see the life expectancy. They can see it.
Yeah, but if the manager doesn't want these guys to go, doesn't matter what the physio says. And that's what it must be. That you can't be killing FSG all the time and saying it's them, because Klopp's got 99.9% of the fans. So if he wants a midfielder or a wide player or another striker, and he comes out and says it, they would have to do it, because the fans are all with Klopp.
But that's the question I was going to ask. That's the question I was going to ask, is that obviously Klopp must have been happy with the squad he started the season with.
100%.
He's got to be.
He said it. His words were Henderson, Milner, Ox, Fabinho, Thiago. He said, there's not a lot of players in football are better than these guys. I do not need anybody else. They were his words. And then the second he said that, three of these men dropped down and they're done and they're injured. And then they get Arthur Melo. And what did I say to you, 1906? What would happen? He wouldn't play no more than 10 games.
Is he injured?
I said, he's out for 4 months. He's out for 4 months. He's out for, what did I tell you? I said, you won't see him. He'll be a hologram, like what was it, Davis? Who's that Donny who plays centre half? He'd be a hologram. The one we bought from the guy we bought from Preston, who never played.
Oh, Davis, yeah.
Davis, yeah, brother. He's a hologram. Ramsey looks like another hologram we got from Hearts. Can't see him. Come injured. Hologram. We don't see these guys.
Is Ramsey still injured?
Bro, I don't know who he is. I've just seen his face. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he can play. I've never seen him. I've only seen him on YouTube highlights playing for Hearts, bruv.
You telling me you don't watch the SPL, no?
Bruv, I watch Liverpool. So I want to see him play for Liverpool. But even with Ramsey, he might be a snip, and he might be $1 million. Yeah, but you can't. Trent looks at that and goes, "Bruv, I'm gonna play in it. You're not gonna play Ramsey. You're not gonna play Ramsey."
We're saying he's Mo Salah past his best. He's Virgil van Dijk past his best. He's Robinson past his best.
Virgil van Dijk.
No. But these guys, no. We've got to look further than just Mo, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Is it? That's
There's
what I'm saying.
a list of them. There's a list.
No,
Like,
but
list.
again, are we too early? Because you said a couple of weeks ago that this same team has racked off 15 straight wins.
Listen, if you look at most teams, and you went through the list, you went through the average age, and you look at the rest of the teams going around at the moment and what they've bought, and they're all coming in at average age of 24s. 24, do you know what I mean? All that kind of thing. We're coming in at average age of 28, 29.
Yes, mad.
So when you say have they passed their best from what's coming into the league, our boys can't keep up. We set the precedent of pressing and, you know what I mean, playing the game short, closing down, playing a high line. We can't keep up with our own game. We haven't got the legs to keep up with our own game. Everyone's bought into our game, and we haven't got the legs to keep up with it. So it's going to take time.
100%. I think Klopp and the transfer committee, it feels a bit of arrogance, and they've misjudged and really thought that they can get one more year out of these guys, and then thought, you know what? After that, we'll revamp the whole squad, especially in the midfield.
No, because he was never going to spend that much money in one season. So if they was going to do it, they was going to do it over stages. They never thought they didn't anticipate one more season at this whole squad. Then they had a lot more sort of ahead into a time, because when do you got to spend that money?
Yeah, but but Tobias, it has to come to a point where they have to spend. We've got eight of our starters are 30 plus. They have to spend 8 of them, not 4 or 5, bruv. 8 guys. 8 of our main guys are over 30.
Yeah, but you got Harvey Elliott, meant to be great talent. I like him.
Yeah, but they're not ready. Yeah, they're not ready.
But they've got to be ready at some point.
They're not ready yet.
So you look at, that's 2 players that are coming through. Curtis Jones, are you having him?
I think he's got all the attributes, but he's a 9 or a 2. He's got the attributes to be a top player.
So we're going through sort of the youthfulness within your squad rather than the same players that he plays every week. There is youth there.
Yeah, but they're not ready. These guys, what should be happening is that we should have got new blood in, and these guys should be dipped in, dipped out, dipped in, dipped out. And then next couple of years, they take over. And look at what I know they're not on the same level yet, but we spoke about Phil Foden. What Pep done with him? Pep kept him in a couple of years, playing under these man, and then he easily phased them out. And what happened? When David Silva left, they said, "Oh, we need a player." Pep said, "No. This is Foden's time now." Foden comes in, and look what he's doing. And that's what we should be doing with Harvey Elliott and Cavallo.
Yeah, but then they had a squad then of the companies, Silvers.
Yeah, but bruv, we've got the squad of the Van Dijks in that, bruv.
What's the Brazilian? What's the Brazilian? Fernandinho, like Aguero. They're the aging squad, but they done it over a process.
Yeah, bruv, they gradually phased them out at the right time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Your team are never going to do it in one go.
Yeah, but Tobias, we've done it. Like, they phased them out gradually. Now we have to phase them out one big time because we're seriously in decline. What
you had sorry to cut you, but what you had there was you had Klopp in 3 seasons dealing with what he's got, getting what's out, and bringing what he wants in, and then moulding that. So he built the squad. He got them to do exactly what he wanted to do. It's taken 4 or 5 seasons now, and he's won every cup apart from the Europa. But in that time where he has messed up, building that squad to win, to challenge City and go for a quad and everything else, he's not looking at the legs. He's not looking at the age. He's just built that squad and he's stuck with it because they've won him. They've won him all those, do you know what I mean? The trophies while he's been there. So you just think to yourself, hold on, he weren't keeping an eye on. He just wasn't looking. It's caught up with him.
How old's Keita?
27.
Not
So he's
bad.
all right.
How
He's
old
all right.
Ox is?
Ox is like 28, but he's really 34 because his injuries have killed him.
Yeah.
He's 34.
He's in his
34.
40s.
He's old. He's done. He's done out.
Jota's only what, 26?
Yeah, Jota's young. I'm not saying them, but I'm just talking about the main guys. Them guys are all right, but our main core of guys are really over 30 plus. And they play
Allison
all the
we can
time.
ignore. Yeah, but we're
He's a
saying
keeper.
30 plus that. But how old's Cruz and Modric? Players are able to play past the 30s now.
And I understand, Tobias, and I think you're right. But the way we play.
And you can't compare a
You
Henderson
can't.
to a Modric.
Yeah, but the thing is, the
No.
thing is, Tobias, the way we play, you can't have guys that age and doing the same things. So if you're going to change the way we play and we come to really a possession-based team and we dictate the tempo and we're really like dominating the ball, Henderson can't do that. Henderson's job is to run up and down, press, harry, and do his thing.
Rattle
He
man
can't.
and get a yellow.
That's it. That's his job. So 4 years ago, he looked $1 million because the midfield was the press, harry, give the balls to the front three and the wide play and the wing back on the wingers. Oh, sorry, the free forwards and the fullbacks. Now it's changed. He can't do it. He can't do it now because teams are not giving us space. We have to dictate the tempo of a football match, and he can't do it. Thiago can't do it by himself.
Was he naive playing Thiago and Henderson?
It was naive playing a 4-2-3-1. We talked about this, Tobias. It was naive playing a 4-2-3-1. We're a 4-3-3 side. Just keep it as 4-3-3. That means you're basically saying that you're forfeiting that this team is dead now, that we can't play a 4-3-3 because we've got no legs. And if, like I said before, we had a call. If I ever see 3-5-2,
You see it now.
if I see, no, I'm telling you, 1906, yeah. If I see Liverpool play a 3-5-2, you might as well wave the white flag. We are shit if we play 3-5-2. That means we can't defend. So you're just putting everybody at the back. You're playing 5 at the back just to keep everybody
You see it.
intact.
You
So
see
it.
that means
You could. I get it in theory.
bro, 3-5-2 is dead,
on
bro.
paper. No, on paper with your squad,
That's
it
shit,
doesn't
bro.
look too bad.
Bro,
No,
that
on
is
paper,
shit, bro.
Canate,
3-5-2.
Modric,
What?
like,
On paper, it
Bro.
what?
on paper,
Bro.
it doesn't look too bad.
Bruv, that is
Oh,
shit.
come
If we get to 3-5-2,
No.
that's waving the white
No.
flag. That's the white flag. That we're
You
dead.
don't think on paper it don't look too bad?
Look shit, bruv.
Stop it.
They will be
Turn
all
it.
over the place, bruv.
Turn it.
3-5-2. Why you see Man City play 3-5-2? You see PSG play 3-5-2? You see Bayern Munich play 3-5? They played 3-5-2, bruv.
Shaq, what's the drama when we play Forest? Forget City. City's going to be all... And I'm so glad because they're going to take our home record. It's over and done with. And
You lot are defeated, bro. Where's the chest, man? Your chest was... A couple of weeks ago, your chest was out. What are we talking about? Is this what it is now, yeah?
You have to be realistic, man. You can be a
Come on.
supporter and be realistic.
Where's the faith? Shaq,
No.
Christmas time last year,
No.
12 points behind. Chest was out. You was here. What's going on? The same team, you know. This is the same team.
About last season was last season, man. This season,
we're not that far gone.
What do you mean not that far gone? Everyone's far gone. Jota ain't scoring his mash up. Everyone's mash up. What do you mean we're far gone?
All right. One word. 906. Salah pass his best. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tobias. Pass his best.
It's still Salah, isn't it? Like, I don't see.
I'm saying no. I don't think he's past his best. All right, Arsenal. Going on to Arsenal because we're talking about Liverpool, and it's really Arsenal's time, top of the league. I said that the league's a farmers league a couple of weeks ago. If you want to watch that, guys, watch that on the previous show. I said it's a farmers league. Tobias rightly said that how can it be a farmers league? Because Arsenal are top of the league. Arsenal beating Spurs, beating Liverpool. Are they genuine title challengers now for Man City? They have to be. Because if they're not,
where's Spurs in the league?
I'm not. Spurs are third.
So Spurs have only lost one game, so they're there.
Yeah. Spurs are third, Chelsea are fourth. So after 10 games, you kind of see where everybody's going to kind of be. It's not going to stay like that in stone. But after 10 games, that's when I look at the table. That's what it sets out. If you're looking at the top four, you're looking at the top four at the moment is Arsenal, City, Spurs, Chelsea. Just behind them is Man United. So the table is starting to take shape. Arsenal, you know, before when I used to love going to Arsenal because that was minimum 4 points. Now I was shook this game, and second half they absolutely battered us. So we should have got a penalty. It could have been a penalty, but I don't really care about that because the whole game is that Arsenal deserved to win the game.
Was there a penalty?
I've seen them give him. I don't think it was, but you can't complain because if it was us, I'll be screaming penalty. So I'm just trying to keep it 100. It could go either way. I think ours was a penalty, but it would have been a travesty for Arsenal if they would have actually drew that game and it would have papered over the cracks how crap we've been. So, but are they title challengers? I think you've got to say they are. I hope they are, because if they're not, I can see Man City winning the league by 15 points.
Yeah. I honestly don't care who wins the league this season apart from City. Anyone but City. Man United.
Nah, man, fuck Man United. Fuck them. I'd rather City win it every year for the next 10 years than Man United.
just to stop it, just to say, like, hold on, there is someone there. We did Toto in the pond. We caused a couple of waves, all that sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? We were like the pace setters. We're waiting for the rest of the teams to catch up now, hand over the baton. But
906, it would be embarrassing. Imagine if Man United come back and win the league. Imagine Man United win the league and we've only won it once in 30 years and they've gone 10 years out in the wilderness buying duds after duds and then they come back and win it before us again. No. Man City win it every year for 10 years.
No, I always win it.
Feelings mutual, man.
Anyone. And I can't see why Arsenal aren't challengers. I think Danny Murphy said, Arsenal will be a good team fighting for second. But I can't see why they're not challenging. If they buy strong again in January and just shore up a couple of gaps or whatever, get some fresh legs, depending on how long they're in competitions, I can't see why they can't challenge for it.
Because they've upgraded.
Can't see why they can't challenge for it. It's going to be a tough one, obviously, because you got that team scoring 4 and 5 goals as a given. But I can't see why Arsenal can't go on. I really can't.
I think they can. I think they need a bit of luck. I think they need a bit like, when Liverpool won it, where everyone stays fit. Because I do feel a couple of injuries away from really scrapping for top 4. But I think if you look at who they've brought in, I think Saliba's an upgrade. I know he's been there for a while. He's been on loan. Jesus is an upgrade. Zinchenko's an upgrade. And if they can get a player in two players in January, maybe another midfield player with Partey, because I think Partey's injury prone. And I like Partey. I think he's a good player. They get another midfield player in, then they have to believe. I don't think they will, in my opinion, because I think they haven't shown. They'll have to go on a run where they'll have to rack off 12, 13, 14 wins on the spin, because City will do that in the season. They always do.
Escape up. Yeah, definitely. But Arteta's now got his formation, hasn't he? He's got his, this is his time. As I say, he's been there in enough seasons, got rid of all the dross. This is his team. So he's got his shape. He's got what he wants. He got the speed down the flanks. He's got a goal scorer in the middle. Come on.
And they're the youngest team in the league.
Just like City, just keep buying in right, getting the right player for the right position, which we haven't done. And
they're the youngest team in the league.
I agree. I agree in terms of we hope, because we got to hope someone makes the league entertaining.
Yeah.
But I've said it many times. Squad-wise, competitions, I don't think it's strong enough. If they can add in January, but then where do you add? Where would you add for them? I know they've got Smith Rowe, Vieira, sort of in their midfield positions.
I think a DM, a really good DM. I'm not really the biggest fan of Tielemans, but someone like that who can come in and the level doesn't drop. Because I think Partey's a really good. Yeah, I think Partey is a really good player, and I think if he can, he's injury prone. So I think if they brought someone like a Tielemans in, the levels wouldn't drop, and I think that will keep their levels up. I think someone like that, and I think another striker for Jesus, because Jesus can't play all the games, and Nketiah is decent, but I don't know if that Nketiah gets you to win a title. That he might get you top 4 as a squad player, but another forward to put serious pressure on Jesus.
Yeah, there definitely got to be another forward.
Yeah, because I don't think Nketiah's. I think he's good, but I don't know if he's good enough for if Jesus gets injured for 8 games, he's out for 2 months, and when you need him.
Fair play to Arsenal though. They stuck with him.
Yeah, and Arteta. Yeah, we've killed him.
Everyone was killing him. They stuck with him even their own fans were killing him. Stuck with him. And what, 4th season now? So it's not happened.
He's been there for a while. No, he's been there for a while.
And he has spent money. He has spent a bit of money. So what is success for Arsenal now then?
I think top 4 is being successful. But I think if it stays like this in the next 10 games and they're top, then they've got to seriously look at, a title challenge and even picking up a trophy, even Europa League or the FA Cup, picking up another trophy. And I think then again, next year, then they're serious title challengers. Then they're ready. They're ready.
If they lift the trophy, anything at all, bit of success. Do you know what I mean? It will just bring it on even more. But I love the way Arteta dealt with Aubameyang myself. Do you know what I mean? Just okay, yeah, you may be the top boy, but not having it. And the ball stuck with him through that, and I was very surprised at that.
He's made some very big decisions. He's made very, very big decisions. Yeah. Even down to the Ozil when he got rid of Ozil.
Yeah, he did.
He's made some big ones, and in the end, it's worked out for him. They've had Martinelli there for a while. He was querying why he wasn't playing as often as he is this season. Last year, he played more latter end of the season because he wasn't really playing them like that. Yeah, we know with Saliba, he went on loan for 2 seasons, baffling. Got rid of Guendouzi attitude. You see it.
Yeah.
In fairness, you got to give me his props as much as.
And even watching that documentary, that it changed everything about Arteta for me.
I didn't watch it.
When I watched the documentary, All or Nothing on Amazon, I was thinking, you know what? He's got something about him. I said, this manager is serious. Like, you watch it, you think, no, this is a serious manager, and I've got it wrong. And that's it in life as well. You've got to prove people wrong. He's definitely proved me wrong because I said that guy was getting a sack.
Has he proved you wrong though?
He has.
How?
Because I see progress. I see the trajectory. It reminds me of when Liverpool were going on that upward spiral. It was just every season we were just getting better and better and better. And then it got to a point where, you know what? We can actually do this now. We're ready. So it's all about self-belief now.
So what did he finish? 8th, first 2 seasons, or 8th or 7th, and then 5th.
So 5th. So 8th, 5th. So you're seeing a trajectory; it's going up. And now, if they could hit 2nd or 3rd, it's progress every year, and their team's younger than everybody else's. And then the next season after that, it's a title challenge.
You can tell it's progress by the way the Pumas are carrying on. I'm not convinced carrying on like they've won a trophy. I know. You can tell it's progress.
I'm not convinced. You know what it is? It's a difference, isn't it? When Emirates is a happy place, he hasn't been a happy place for years. Now suddenly you've got the fans on side, everyone's singing, everyone's players are smiling, winning. So it's different. But listen, I don't know. I think we're all talking a bit too early for all of this. I think.
All right. So who challenges then? We know Man City are going to challenge. Because if Arsenal don't challenge, who's challenging them then?
I think that you'll have Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, here or thereabouts.
But are they going to be enough to really seriously make Man City like look over their shoulder and think, whoa, these
I think the
guys
way the season's panned out and who's going to have the most internationals out of everyone really going to the World Cup apart from the robot, it's probably going to be a team like Man City.
But even sorry to cut you, but even talking about Haaland, I don't think their numbers will change on how many goals they get. I think they'll score roughly. It'll just be him getting all of them. I think the goals will be the same. Like, how many goals can you score? I think they'll still get over 100 goals in all comps. They always do that. But he might just get 60 of them. Or 50.
They've got every position covered, haven't they? Every position covered twice.
But then if all of them are going to the World Cup, then it's a dodgy season. It's one of those. If it was a normal season, I'd be more comfortable in how you see it. But you don't know. It's never been done before, has it? So you don't know what the reaction is. The African players are used to it because
that's it. And I was just about
is in January. So
I was just about to come down. It wasn't under Pep, but when Man City were flying and they were like, I think they were about 10 points clear, and Yaya Toure was having a season of his life. And I think Yaya Toure went to African Cup of Nations and they went and they got to the finals. They could literally capitulated. They capitulated and they couldn't cope until he actually came back. So so if we're hoping if they do go like a De Bruyne goes deep into a World Cup, or one of them players, or Cancelo or Bernardo Silva go deep into the World Cup.
They don't have to go deep though, isn't it? Because it's mental fatigue as well. So imagine if Belgium, they always have expectation. I don't know why Belgium are just like
serial losers.
They're just serious. It just baffles me how they're always up there. But it could be mental that the pressure's on De Bruyne. Probably his last World Cup could be. Yeah. Who knows? And that added pressure. It's as well as fatigue. It's mentally as well. It makes it. Who comes out stronger?
Yeah, it's interesting. I have my doubts. I think they are in a title race and they have to try and embrace it. But
they have to be in a title race from where they are, because if they're 14 points clear of you guys,
that's mad. Yeah, they have to.
That means they're about 9 clear of us.
Yeah.
Potentially, there could be 17 points clear of you, though.
Yeah. That's crazy. We're shit. Fuck,
and you said before the game that is a minimum of 4 points, and you could have a minimum of 0 points.
Yeah. Fair play to Arsenal and Arteta and them, man. There, you man are in a title race. All right, winners and losers. All right, winning team and loser team. Go on, Tobias.
Arsenal has to be.
Yeah.
Really.
Loser team.
Leicester.
Yeah. Wow, I forgot about them. Oh my God, they killed me as well. Wow, I forgot about them. They were 1-0 up as well, and they let Bournemouth come back. He's done. I think he's done. I think Rodgers is done. But that's a great shout, to be fair.
Put a lash on them. Yeah, I'll go with the same.
Yeah,
I'll go exactly the same. I would love to say us, but I haven't seen the whole game. So, you know me already, I'll just throw it in there. But yeah, to give up a game like that, it has to be Leicester on that one. But yeah, definitely Arsenal for winning.
Yeah, I think I'll go the same. I think full house. I go Arsenal and I go Leicester. That's a terrible result, because they'll look at that as a banker. All right, winning player, loser player.
Winning player.
The big dog, Ron, for getting the 700 goal.
Big Ron, fair play to him. 700, bro. 700 goals is mad.
Gotta give it to the kids.
Bro, man don't get that in appearances. They don't get it. Who gets that in appearances? 700. Yeah, man's getting 700 goals, 700 goals. You don't see players get that in appearances.
20 years on from his first goal. 20 years. 20 years in the game, bro.
Bruv, they were saying,
that's mad.
They were saying that if Haaland keeps on scoring at the rate, to get near Ronaldo's 700 goals, you would have to score basically 40 plus all the way up to the year 2034, bro. That's mad. You know what? I think the respect levels. I think when Ronaldo retires, I think you'll realize how great this youth is.
You know why? Because all you're looking at is numbers then.
Yeah, but even just looking at numbers is mad.
Yeah, but that's why he's going to get the respect, because when you look
Yeah.
at numbers, then how can you? What can you say then?
Mm.
All you're going to see is the straight hard numbers in your face, isn't it?
Mm.
At the minute, you're seeing a bit of everything. You're still watching him, and he's still. Everyone's got their opinion on him at the minute. But once he retires, you can't deny him. Really.
All right, so you've gone Ronaldo winning. What about loser player?
It's a loser player. You know what? Loser player, not even loser, just loser in general. VAR pissed me off this week.
I know they're shit in it.
VAR
It's
just got me
terrible.
so mad, bro.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Because
Samaka, Antonio, and Rashford's goal. Out of all of them, Rashford's, you could argue, was the only one that he had an excuse for what happened. There's no sense that made any of these decisions.
It's mad.
The penalty for Arsenal and then against Newcastle. It's just dumb. I just don't get it. It's all subjective. This is why we should just take it away and let the refs be shit as they used to be. And
get on with it.
You know what I'm saying? Because we're talking about something that we thought that was going to come in and just eradicate any of these issues, but it's never going to.
No, not at all.
Unless you've got a computer making a decision that it's always going to make near enough the same one. It's all going to be, for humans, it's going to be subjective.
100%. 100%. Even going back to the Arsenal-Liverpool game, and I'm not even making excuses because Arsenal battered us second half. To me, that's a blatant handball. And even if you don't think it's handball, you'll see the same handball next week. And that's what I'm talking about. And it'll be given. And it'll be given. And that's what I'm saying. So it is subjective. VAR, that's a good shout. But
just get rid of it, man, and just go back to old school.
I'm gonna go for. I know Ronaldo. I love Ronaldo, but I'm gonna go for Newcastle midfielder, the Brazilian.
Bruno,
I think he's so bad. This is what I don't understand. I know we keep on going back to Liverpool. These men out there are there. You're telling me if Liverpool just bid for him, for Bruno, he would have come to Liverpool instead of Newcastle. Now, what you would rather do is that now try and buy him from Newcastle and you've got to spend 80, 90 million pounds on him, where you could have got him for 30. I think since
you got to spend more than that.
What I'm saying. So, but since he's come in, I think he's going to become one of the best midfield players in the Premier League.
Really and truly, why, as it stands, why would he leave Newcastle now? The only reason he leaves Newcastle is to go to Real Madrid, Barcelona, one of those clubs. He ain't leaving them to go to anyone but Newcastle.
Yeah,
I mean, Man City.
100%. But what I don't know how you could say as a manager that you just read off these midfield players and you've got players like that. Even that the one at West Ham, Paqueta, who plays for he would walk in Liverpool's team.
And so, you know what? Arsenal were looking at Bruno Guimaraes.
And they turned him down.
No, they meant to sign. I can't remember what happened. It was close in January. I don't recall. But Samaki looks a decent player as well for.
He's done well. He's done well. Yeah. I'll go for him, and for the loser player. Sorry, I'm going for Trent. It's just the ball watching, the defending. It's coming beyond bad now. We're talking about him every week. Like he can't. Like his positional sense. I'm watching him for the first goal, and I'm looking. Look at Trent. I'm just looking at him. He's not even looked side on. He's not looked aware around him to see where there's runners.
Sucked in now. He got sucked in.
No. Tobias, I don't know. I love Trent, but you can't keep on defending him.
No,
you can't, bruv. You're always defending him. You are, bruv. You always say, you know what?
I said he got sucked in. I'm agreeing he got sucked in because there was a player inside that he didn't need to mark. And he got sucked in. He got too narrow. But he didn't open up. He didn't open up
and have
he's hearing voices at the moment, man. That's all I can say. He's hearing voices, man.
And the thing is, at the second goal, he was in a great position. Then he just started sprinting over to Martinelli. Where was he going?
I'll tell you why.
No, where was he going? Okay. And he ran right past him.
No faith in him.
Communication would have worked. Yeah, I don't know if he would have told Hendo like. If he cuts back, that's you. I've got line. I don't know what communication was had because he couldn't have just ran over there blinded because Hendo ran with him. It was like Hendo ended up marking Trent. It was dumb. No,
bro.
And
How can both of them? How can both of them be sold out like that? That's
Martinelli didn't even do nothing. He literally just stopped running.
He just stopped. He just
He
stopped
didn't
running.
even drop his shoulder. Didn't even drop a shoulder.
And then,
But even if he was going down the left side and you made it easier for him to cut back, why didn't you rather him go down his left side because he has to cross it? So you let him come back on his right.
And I just think he wanted to just make a great defensive tackle, and like he wanted to rattle him. That's what he wanted to do. He thought the big push was coming, and he was going to go try and rattle him. It didn't work out.
Trent can't rattle nobody, bro. Trent's weak as hell. He'd have rattled himself, bro.
Trent thinks he can. Trent thinks he can.
Trent is, you know what? Trent, I hope not, but Trent is morphing into Dele Alli. He's even looking like Dele Alli. I'm
going to stop backing the lights, bro, because I used to back Dele as well, bro. I need to stop
I hope it does happen, because
I'm trying to keep the light skin fraternity in place. Kappa, Delta, and all that jazz. Get these out of here, man.
Because this guy is a generational talent, and he's just, it feels like he's morphing into Dele. I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm going for Trent for loser player because I thought he was terrible. 1906?
Foden, because he's just becoming the all-round package. As winner and loser, I'm sorry to say it because I know he only just come back from injury and all that, but it was that Pinnock of
he was terrible. He was terrible.
Listen,
he scored an own goal again. No, I thought that was terrible.
I don't care. Put some respect in Ethan Pinnock's name.
No, he's done well to come where he's from, but boy,
hold on. Listen.
I'm not hearing any.
He's a Dulwich Hamlet's brother. He was a Dulwich Hamlet's brother, so you know, I mean, I have to give him props still.
Big up Ethan Pinnock. He's come from nowhere. He's done a madness. He's done a madness.
I don't care. The whole dude, I'm not having it. Ethan,
we got Ethan, you know, from Dulwich Hamlet all the way to Brentford, and I fucks with Ethan, but Ethan, you know, you done a madness to.
Nah, man, he knows. You allowed one of them in the locker, bro. And it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, it couldn't happen at a better time. He was getting whooped anyway.
Yeah, get it out of the way now.
Get it out of the way, innit? It's one of those. We take the L. I had a night as we move on. But shout out.
You know when you're praying for a brother, like no more, nothing else. They just kept coming.
He was no. I'm not having it. Big up, Ethan.
Yeah, guys. Make sure you check us out on Thursday.
Hold on a minute. Don't tell me you just brought me on here to talk about Liverpool for 50 minutes, bro. You don't. This is what we're doing to me. Ah, cool.
Bro, talk about Liverpool.
No, hold on a minute. Man brought me on this.
All right. 1906. No. Listen. This is what I can't. This is like Tobias has got a subjective memory. Or when Man United were absolute terrible because they winning a few games, what was we talking about every week? 1906. Who was we talking about every week?
No.
1906. Who was we talking about literally every week?
United every week, wasn't it?
So you
check
only
the tapes.
No,
check
yeah,
the tapes.
but you man were enjoying yourself when you. That's the only reason the conversation.
But ain't you enjoying yourself that we're talking about how shit Liverpool are?
I wanted to enjoy myself talking about my team winning, bro. And talking about
you won against Everton, bro. Everyone wins against Everton, bro.
Question. What's happened with who got taken off United game up front? Ronaldo came on. Martial. What's happening with him? Is that serious business or?
He's the French Naby Keita, isn't
he? You know what though? As a striker, listen, as a striker, Klopp would absolute dream Martial. That's who you man need, Martial.
Oh, you're right, because he'd just be injured all the time. Yeah, Klopp would love him. Of course he would. He'd be always injured. Klopp loves an injured man. And he'll keep him and give him a new deal.
It's a shame, It's a shame that a manager's here and he wants to play him, and he can't stay fit.
Yeah, that's Naby Keita. I told you he's a French Naby Keita, man.
Wow.
Joking. Not happy about that.
Wow.
But yeah, guys, make sure you see us on Thursday. We'll be here Thursday. Huh?
Actually, I'm changing my winner, bro. Casemiro, bro, for the man of match.
Bro, he played Everton, bro. Just relax, man. Like I said, guys, make sure you watch us on Thursday, 10 o'clock. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Tobias, I'll leave it to you. What you got anything more to say before we go?
Klopp in.
Yeah, Klopp in. I'm clopping as well. Clopping as well. FSG. I'm on FSG. I'm on the fence. Just spend the money in it.
Trent in, Salah in, all of them in.
Van Dijk in.
Virgil van Dijk in.
He's got
All of them in, bro.
Guys, we are Real Talk Football TV, and we are out.